Grow property managers to the Door Grow Show. If you are a property management entrepreneur that wants to add doors, make a difference, increase revenue, help others, impact lives, and you are interested in growing in business and life, and you're open to doing things a bit differently, then you are a Door Grow property manager. Door Grow property managers love the opportunities, daily variety, unique challenges, and freedom that property management brings. Many in real estate think you're crazy for doing it. You think they're crazy for not because you realize that property management is the ultimate high trust gateway to real estate deals, relationships, and residual income. At Dorgro, we are on a mission to transform property management business owners and their businesses. We want to transform the industry, eliminate the BS, build awareness, change perception, expand the market, and help the best property management entrepreneurs win. We're your hosts, property management growth experts, Jason and Sarah Hull, the owners of Dorgro. Now, let's get into the show. All right. So, we're going to be talking about, we came up with this idea this last weekend. And this might be helpful for some listening, but we used to sell websites. That used to be the main thing. And we used to be called Open Potion way back in the day. And over time, I realized I spent a lot of time figuring out how to help these help these web design clients figure out what they needed for their website. And to really make it effective as a marketing tool, I had to ask a lot of questions. And over time, it turned into multiple sessions, like to map everything out. And I realized the more time I spent with them, the higher the price I could charge. Like I was able to get people to buy more, and because I was able to showcase more value, help them understand, because they realized, oh, there's a lot more the website could do for me. So it really created this ultimate win-win, this better win-win than if I just sat down and said, what do you want? And they're like, and just did whatever I was told, right? And you can go out and find a cheap web designer and just say, give me a website. And they'll just go, okay, what do you want? And they'll just do whatever you tell them to do. But you're not an expert at this, right? Otherwise, you would be building websites maybe, right? So it got to the point where I was telling them, here's what we need to do, and here's how to do this. And now I was doing these multiple sessions, and then I had somebody that wasn't a really great person like eat up my time. I spent like probably 6 hours, maybe 8 hours with this guy, like mapping everything out, getting the site map, homepage layout mapped out, like everything we were going to do together. And we had this plan. And then he's like, thanks so much. I'm going to have my team members in India build it. And I was like, oh, I was pretty upset. So Sarah and I were driving back on the way from Dallas with our friend Roya, who's hanging out in the car, and she's coming to hang out with us for a day. And I was talking with Roya, and she was asking about sales, and I was explaining how I used to sell websites and what increased the close rate dramatically and added more value, and like it was almost like I almost never didn't get the deal once I started doing this planning discovery. It was like I always closed the deal. Like everybody would want to work with me after I did that. And Sarah then had the question.
So I said, well, and he's like, and I would close a ton of deals, and like it was really great, and I already knew exactly what they wanted, and we had this good relationship. And he's like, and then I would close like a ton of deals. I would have a bunch of projects. And I said, well, okay, why don't we sell like that anymore then?
Yeah, it was kind of like, I don't know. I mean, selling a mastermind is a little bit different than doing
Right?
a website, but we would just get people into the mastermind, but this would increase the close rate. And the idea is people, if they're going to be spending a bunch of money with you, they want to get their feet wet with you. They want to get to know you a little bit. And I've actually coached clients on this strategy of doing planning and discovery sessions in order to increase the close rate and to get more deals and property management. But we haven't been doing that. We haven't done that for a long time. And so I was like, I don't know, maybe we should do that. And you're like, yeah, I think it'd be a good idea. So we then mapped it out while we were driving in the car. Like, here's what we could do for each session. Here's why this would be such a great value. And we mapped it out. And so yesterday I had 2 calls with potential clients, and they were small companies. So they were like, oh, well, I've got maybe 30, maybe 50 units. And they're like, I don't have the funds yet to join your mastermind. And I said, well, we came up with this thing this weekend. Let me tell you about it. And they were like, yes, I want to do that. I closed both of them on it right then. And so we wanted to share that with the audience. Like, if you are considering working with DoorGrow and you want to experience the magic of the coaching and you want to get, we'll tell you about the benefits of this, but we came up with this planning and discovery process that gives you a lot of wins, and it's super low risk, and it's only $1,000, and it's pretty cool. So, let's talk about this. So let me see. So we've got, I've got it up here. I've got it up here, but so basically the outcomes of doing these 4 sessions with us is it's really low risk, because at the end of it, if you're going to get a lot of value, you'll easily make more than $1,000 back in your business from the ideas that you get from this. Even if you choose not to move forward with us into the mastermind. So it's worth several thousands of dollars. You'll get to know us and we'll get to know you. So this shows us if you be a good client, like if you do the homework, if you do the things we give you to do, and it'll allow you to see what it's like to work with us, and if you're getting value, and it's going to be really deep, because this is like one-on-one with either Sarah or myself. And so I was talking with the team this morning, and they were like, well, how do we know whether to give one of these to Sarah or to Jason?
And I think we just need to update the calendar so that it shows my availability and yours on that, and wherever they book is where they book. So you'll definitely be on these with either Jason or myself. This won't be one of our other coaches. This will be one of the 2 gurus.
So a lot of you listening, you might be a little more familiar with me because you see me on TikTok, and I've been around for a while, and you might not be as familiar with Sarah unless you've been listening to the podcast, right? And she's an amazing badass. So what I told the team, I said, we talked about how to sell Sarah this morning, which was interesting. So we were just like, how do I sell Sarah? I'm like, well, she's this amazing badass who had 260 units at the peak in her own property management business. They were C-class properties that were difficult to deal with. She was able to manage them remotely with 1 part-time person, boots on the ground, and she had over 60% profit margin.
60 was bad.
That was a bad month. Okay.
Bad.
She's flexing now. So look at her laughing. So this is,
it was a disappointing month.
okay. All right. What? 70%? All right.
Yeah. Like 70, 80.
Okay. All right. So this is what we would say. And also we then talked about some of the results you've gotten clients. Like, she's helped some of our clients cut their staffing costs in half from a single call. She's helped replace some of our clients in like their entire team, and increase their profitability dramatically. Like this sort of thing.
I'm good at figuring out how things work and why are they working the way that they're working, and how the different pieces fit together. And do we have too many pieces? Do we not have enough pieces? Like, are there the right people, but maybe they're doing the wrong things? I'm really good at figuring out all of that. That's just how my brain works. I like to just figure out how things work. And I've done that in every business I've ever worked in as like an employee, and it's uncomfortable. For them, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, business owners.
Because I'm like, why are you doing things like this?
You're doing it wrong.
Do it like this.
Yeah, business owners love their ego shattered by this pretty young lady in their business, I'm sure. So, but yeah, you're hurting all these fragile egos. All right.
Well, but clients pay me to do that.
Yeah, clients pay you. So yeah. So anyway, that's how we position Sarah. And so so there might be some scenarios in which they might be better off, especially if their challenges are more on team operations, stuff like this. Then I told them, like, then you can like sell Sarah on, like, to them on this, right? Now, so let's talk about what would be included, like what we're gonna do. Cool. So here's my little roadmap slide. but they can't see that. But we'll show it to you when you get on a call with us. So, and if you're interested in this, you can easily go book a call at dorgo.com or just reach out to instant message me or anybody on the team on any social, and we'll get you on a call and we can tell you more about this. Or you can just get started by going to our website. We should have a page up for this very soon. By the time you hear this, probably. We're working on that this week. So, all right. So let's talk about the benefits of this. So you're going to get clarity on yourself. You're going to get clarity on your business. You're going to get clarity on how to build the right team around you. To some degree, we're going to help you free up a lot of time. We're going to get you time clarity because time is one of the biggest challenges our clients have. So this is something we coach on a lot, how to free up time so you have more bandwidth to make more money or to do more of what you want to do. We may be able to get into some financial stuff a bit to help you find some quick wins financially. And we're going to get you clarity on escaping that solopreneur sand trap or that team sand trap that you might be stuck in right now. And we're going to go over and teach you several powerful frameworks, and we're going to apply them to you and to your business in a way that we just can't do by sharing these on a podcast. Like the 6 core functions, the 5 currencies, the 4 reasons, the 5 exits. And then we're going to get into stackable amplification strategies. So if you want to grow or scale the business faster, understanding each of these strategies and stacking these is going to allow you to grow even faster because you're not wasting time with time wasters or tire kickers or doing the wrong things. So the more of these you stack, the healthier your mindset, the faster you grow and the more money you make. And so we're going to get into like the blue ocean strategy versus the red water, the myth of SEO, the cycle of suck, the 4 Ds to revenue. That one really increases our clients closing better deals. Lighthouse versus the battleship, which is pricing and sales. David versus Goliath, dumb David versus smart David. The 5th reason and why you shouldn't be selling property management and what people want instead, and then getting into all the pipeline leaks. We're going to help you. We're going to assess your business and identify the leaks that exist in your sales pipeline or that exist in the systems in operations so that you have clarity on moving forward. So basically, do you want to take them through the sessions?
Yeah. And I think it's important to know that we don't go over all of those on all of these. That would be an immense amount of sessions, an immense amount of times.
Yeah, but we'll go into what they need
Yes.
and what's relevant
Yes.
to them.
So basically what we do is we kind of go in and we have to first assess what your business is like. So on the first call, that's what we're doing. We're digging into your business. You know, what does your day look like? What does your team look like? Do you have a team? Like who's handling what? How many doors do you have? Where are you located? You know, what kind of management do you do? Are you only focusing on, long term, or are you dabbling in multiple types of management? We're really getting into a lot of the details of the business. And then we're also on that call, we're figuring out, what would your goal be? Is that what you enjoy doing? And, if you could kind of create the business of your dreams, what really would that look like?
So yeah, we're going to assess the business. We're going to figure out what have you tried so far towards the things that the business has challenges with. But some of the assessment stuff that we'll do with you will give you a lot of clarity. So, and then you'll get some homework at the end of this. So we're going to get you started on some time stuff, homework wise, and some assessments for yourself, which leads us to session 2.
Call number 2. So then we really dive into you. So we'll look at your time. We'll look at, what you're doing and how much time you're spending on certain things. And are you enjoying the things that you're doing, or do you feel like you're just spinning a lot of your day? And we'll look at some personality assessments as well so that we can help determine really the things that you actually enjoy doing. And we'll look at how we can shift you into doing more of those things. And what personality type you may be. Everyone has a different personality type and will enjoy doing different things in the business. And a lot of times when I get on calls with clients, I find that people are like, oh, I should be doing operations, or I should be doing sales, and I should be doing this. And then we start to try to get them closer to those things. And then we realize, no, you shouldn't be getting closer to those things. You should be doing less of those things. So, if those aren't the things that you actually like, just because you think you have to do them, don't do them if you don't actually like doing them.
Mm.
So then we find out what they actually like, and then we shift them into doing more of the things that they actually enjoy doing. We've had multiple clients do that.
Yeah,
And
this
then
is
that changes their entire business.
yeah, this is a big secret to building a business that you actually enjoy being in, building the right team around you. So getting clarity on yourself will be a big deal. And so you're going to get to we're going to help you understand your personality type a bit more because you're unique, and we've got some self-assessments that are going to help you figure some of this stuff out. But that clarity alone will help you make some changes in your business. Doing the time stuff that we will also be assessing during this call, the time stuff that you've started doing. And this will help give you a lot of clarity on how to free up time, how to start to leverage whatever team members you might have more effectively so that you're getting more yield from the dollars you're spending on staff and payroll. That alone will probably pay for all of this. So, all right. Then they're going to have some homework to complete some assessments and identify leaks in their pipeline and in their operations and systems, depending on which area they need, if they need growth more or if they need more on process and ops. And then that leads us to call number 3, session 3.
Okay. Now, I don't have any of my notes in front of me here,
Okay.
and you changed it. So
Okay. So I'll talk about
you need
session
to
3. So I've got this
you need
and
to
I've got
talk
this
about
right here.
that,
All right.
because what I knew in session 3 was we were kind of talking about like the DoorGrow code and the roadmap and
Mhm.
how that applies to their particular situation. Like, where do they fall, and what are the things that they need? What are some shifts and changes that they need to make in the business? And I think you were keeping some of that. So then what
Yeah.
else?
So basically, the
What
third
else are you doing
session, we're
there?
going to be focused on the systems of the business and identifying which leaks exist. So if the goal is growth, we're going to be getting you clarity on what are the systems and leaks that are a challenge in the growth side of things. And if it's operations, we're going to be figuring out similarly what are the leaks and the challenges there. And this will all be like applied to our DoorGrow code roadmap and how we can help you scale and map out the future. But we'll be creating clarity around all the leaks that exist and discussing how to resolve them and giving you like your options for what we could be doing in the future. And your homework on this will be to get clear on what you want to get from your future with DoorGrow, because that's what we're going to talk about in session 4 is coming up with the plan. So first session, business, second session, you, third session, systems, fourth session is the plan.
Mm-hmm.
All
So
right.
that I know we give you a personalized roadmap, which
Yeah.
is really great, because now we have, like, we really understand you and really understand where you are in the business and where you'd like to be. So now we can give you a personalized roadmap that will get you
Mhm.
closer to where you want to be. And that roadmap will apply whether or not you continue on working with them.
Yeah.
So that is not something that it's like, oh, well, I only get this if I work with DoorGrow. Well, no, you'll get it and you'll have it and you'll know what are the next steps that you need to take in your business, regardless of whether you work with us. Of course,
So,
we want you to, but you don't have to.
so the benefit of going through this planning and discovery is, one, we will really get to know you and your business and how we can help you at a greater level of depth, which is awesome. We do a lot of this during the onboarding process, usually for our mastermind clients. So we'll get very familiar, and you'll be able to then know that at the end of this, I don't think you'll trust anybody else really to help you move your business forward, because you'll be getting a lot of insight, ideas, knowledge, wisdom, and clarity, the most important thing, on how to move your business forward. And we will paint a really nice future with DoorGrow of how we can support you and help you. And even if you don't decide to work with us, like Sarah's saying, and you just do this, you will walk away with more time, more clarity on your team, more clarity on yourself, and some ideas of how to move the business forward to get to the next level. And I think at that point,
Mhm.
though, you probably won't want to do it without us, is our intention and goal. Like we know that we can support you in moving in going through this faster and helping you collapse time, and it'll easily be worth the cost, right? So you can go through this. Now here's the kicker where this gets even more awesome. If you do all this with us, it's $1,000. You do these 4 sessions, and we take maybe a month or so to like go through this, maybe less, but it's, we're worked together for a few weeks. At the end of this, on the fourth session, and when we give you, here's everything that you could be doing with us, and here's how we could get to the next level, and this is personalized to you. If you decide to continue moving forward with us, this $1,000 will be applied towards the next thing with DoorGrow. So it's like the lowest risk thing ever. And if you decide to walk away, you spend $1,000 and you've gotten easily more than $1,000 worth of value, but we'll apply the $1,000 towards the setup or towards the in-person event or whatever is coming next for you to join in on the mastermind. No brainer, right? Super low risk, right? So we're that confident in what we can do and help you and how we can help you moving forward. So this is the idea of our planning and discovery. So if this is anything else we should say about this?
I I think that when we were kind of creating this, just the one thing that I wanted to make sure is that it's really valuable as a standalone thing.
Yeah.
You do not need to do anything else. You don't need it, it's not like, oh, hey, at the end, like we're gonna shove DoorGrow down your throat. We're not. It's gonna be very, very valuable all on its own and in
Yeah.
its own right. Also, we wanted to make sure that the price point was really accessible to
Yeah.
people because to get on a call with Jason or myself, our time is very valuable. So we
Yeah.
have made this at a hugely discounted rate.
Mm.
So like
Yeah.
our normal rate is like $1,000 an hour. So
Mm.
this is at a very, very accessible price point. And we wanted to make sure that we can do that because sometimes we talk with people and they hear everything, what we're all about and what we do and how much we can really help property managers. And they're like, oh my God, that's amazing. I just don't know if I'm ready for the mastermind yet, or I
Mm.
don't know if I can afford the mastermind. I don't know if I can make that move yet. And we wanted to be able to help more people. And I think this is a really good way to do that.
Yeah. I think just some of the things they'll go through with us and learn just in doing this will help them get to the point where they can then do the mastermind and have the funds to do it. We'll help them collapse time and we'll help them figure out some ways to generate some more income as well. For those that are larger companies, this should be an easy no brainer. And we may not do this forever. We may not. This may be like too costly in terms of time and energy for Sarah and I to do in the business while running DoorGrow with the hundreds of clients that we have. But right now, this is the offer, and I think it's an awesome offer. And so, get in on it while you can. It's really cool. So, personalized coaching with the two of us, and we get to see inside hundreds of companies. We get to help them figure out how to grow and scale their businesses. And having that personalized time, you're going to get some value, and you'll be able to ask questions, and we'll be able to move forward. So, I think that's basically it. So if you're interested in this, you can reach out to us at doorgrow.com or message us on social media, and we can get you a link to get the call scheduled for your first session with us for this and get you the payment link so you can invest in yourself and invest in collapsing time and invest in moving your business forward with a coach. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
That's it.
That's it.
All right. Until next time, then, to our mutual growth. Bye, everyone.